Hey everyone, in this tutorial I'm going to introduce you to the Face Tools plugin and demonstrate how you can use it to create characters with an expression and wrinkle system. We'll go through the basics of character design, as well as how to implement both the expression and wrinkle systems to give your custom character the most comprehensive facial animation capabilities. To get started, make sure that you have purchased and downloaded the Face Tools plugin. Once it's been downloaded, you'll be able to see it from the plugin menu or on the toolbar. It is currently disabled as there are no characters in the scene yet, so let's begin by loading a neutral character to build from. You can also find free CC3 Plus characters in the Content Manager that you can use as well. In this case, I'm bringing in our embedded base Kevin. If you prefer, you can select all of the skin meshes and darken the base color together to more easily view the base details. There are a wide variety of morphs in Character Creator that allow us to customize and sculpt the basic appearance of your model. You can use these to quickly and easily customize the base appearance, and be sure to restore the original texture parameters before continuing. To send your character to the Face Tools plugin, you can also click on the dedicated button in the Modify panel. Since I haven't installed it to ZBrush yet, it will come up with a prompt to do so. Select the appropriate version and continue on. An Output Settings window will appear where you can choose different elements to export. In this case, we'll just use the default settings. This will not export everything to ZBrush, and you'll find the Face Tools plugin installed as well. If you find that your character has imported improperly, ensure that your settings are the same as in this video. Upon expanding the subtool, we can see the character's head, eyes, teeth, and tongue, which can be edited in ZBrush. We can see the imported meshes, including the body. However, since Face Tools focuses on the face, body editing is disabled. If we zoom in, we can see a high level of skin detail, as when the model is imported into ZBrush, the normal map will be converted to a displacement map, then turned into a high subdivision mesh, which we can sculpt. Any sculpting edits we make will then be updated and applied to the normal map in Character Creator. By clicking the Detail Layer button, we can toggle the skin details which are on a separate layer in ZBrush. Before we start sculpting, let's ensure we switch to Subdivision Level 1. From there, we can get started. It's a good idea to click on the Range button under Texture Map so we can get a visual guide for the individual facial areas. These correspond to the areas of the face that are defined by the wrinkle and expression systems. When you're finished your sculpting, click on the Update to Character Creator button. In the Update settings, the two main options are for Base Update and Expression or Wrinkles Update. Since we only modified the base in this case, we only need to select Base Update. You'll also see a Go Z prompt in Character Creator for options such as aligning the tier lines or occlusion, but we'll just use default settings for now. Here's a quick look at the subtle edits we made with a before and after comparison. Now that our main sculpting is done, let's look at some sculpting of the smaller skin details. In this case, we want to set our subdivision level to 6 and enable the detail layer. We then want to click Record on the detail layer and begin our editing. This will allow our subsequent sculpting details to be recorded in that detail layer and later baked into the Character Creator normal map. Again, once you're done with your skin details sculpting, continue on to Update to Character Creator. In this case, we only need to update the normal details under Base Texture. As you can see, it will update the normal map with much more detail baked in. Here's a before and after once again. Okay, next let's move on to editing our character's skin color via Polypaint. Let's click on Diffuse to display the diffuse map. We need to convert it to Polypaint before we continue, so let's click on mRGB at the top and Polypaint from Texture under Polypaint. We can then turn off our diffuse map and begin painting. Here I'm doing some simple painting on this vicious looking scar, along with some tribal paint on the head and some additional details with veins on the neck. Of course, we can also sculpt the details of the teeth or paint them. These results can be updated to CC. Again, click on Update to Character Creator, and this time we want to ensure that we select the Polypaint Diffuse option. Now in the GoZ Import options, you'll see the option to apply head color to the body. You'll see that the additional color that we added to the head will then automatically match to the body. You can see the significant difference here in the before and after. Okay, we've got the visual look of our character where we want it. Let's focus now on optimizing the expressions. You'll see that there is an expression section in the plugin panel with 13 different expression sets from Character Creator that we can use to enhance the facial animations. We only need these expression sets here, as every CC3 Plus character already has a complete set of basic expressions. You can see how these sets from ZBrush correspond to the muscle groups in Character Creator's Edit Facial tool. If we want to edit expressions, we naturally need to turn off the detail layer and once again set the subdivision level to 1. In this case, I'll look specifically at the mouth smile expression. Once I click on it, the mouth smile layer will enter into recording mode and we can begin editing that layer. A recommended workflow here is to click on Draw Polyframe to enable polygroups, which allows you to isolate specific parts for editing. Use Shift Control and right-click to isolate specific parts of the mesh for editing, and the same hotkey in a blank space to toggle it off. This is a great technique for editing parts of the character's face mesh that overlap, like the mouth and eyes. Now when we export to Character Creator, we only need to select the Update Expression Wrinkles checkbox and select Expression Morphs. Additionally, since we've only updated a single expression set here, we only need to select the Mouth Smile checkbox. You can see here the significant yet subtle edits where the smile expression has been modified. Okay, finally let's take a look at the workflow for adjusting the wrinkles. With wrinkle editing, we want to set the subdivision level to 6. You'll notice that we can only see them when certain expression sets are enabled, like this brow raise. Be aware that wrinkles, which only appear due to facial expressions, are not the same as character skin details. It's a different system in Character Creator. Therefore, let's turn on skin details as well so we can notice any overlap between the two. When you enable record mode on your layer, you can also toggle the expression on and off to get a better comparison of how strong the wrinkle effect is when an expression is enabled. In this case, let's once again use our mouth smile expression set to make some additional edits and add some more wrinkles when the character smiles. When we click on Mouth Smile, the layer will automatically go into record mode and we can begin sculpting some additional details around the mouth. We want to make this character seem like he has a more weathered face, so we're adding some deep crevices here. Upon completion, this time, as you can probably guess, we want to select the Wrinkle Normal Texture. In this case, we don't need to worry about the diffuse, as we didn't make any edits to the skin color. Once it's updated in Character Creator, you can see that the smile looks a lot more detailed and gruesome. That's a brief walkthrough of how you can use the Face Tools plugin for a smoother workflow to customize topology, skin details, as well as custom expressions and wrinkles. Check out our other tutorials for more details on each specific workflow. That's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.